Yes! 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 Yes, I'm back. Back from the absence from last week. Last week I was kind of busy, but you know, I'm back this week. Sports room's been going ham. Last week we had a Saints takeover, if you will. That was pretty funny. We had Nipplegate. That was also pretty funny. And a bunch of other foolishness that you're going to catch on the Sports Goons on Facebook. Superman. No Cam Newton, but I am Mr. Out of Line, #1 tool. But it's bigger tools than I am, and we're going to get into it. First off, let's talk about Pig Suey himself, Mr. Harley Davidson riding Bobby Petrino. All right, I made a post a couple of weeks ago saying that I didn't blame Bobby Petrino for quitting the Falcons. I said that what he did was a cowardly act, but I understand why he did it. A lot of Atlanta Falcons fans hate Bobby Petrino, which is understandably so. People in the state of Georgia hate Bobby Petrino. But when he went to Arkansas, he instantly turned that program around, and they turned into a national powerhouse. Okay? Their only losses last year came between LSU and Alabama. That's it. This year, they probably could have beat one of them and probably positioned themselves for the SEC championship. But all of that came to an end as Mr. Petrino was on his Harley Davidson motorcycle, got in an accident, landed in a ditch. Okay, when I first seen it, I'm like, dang, this messed up. Karma pretty bad. But as we soon found out, he was doing a little dirt. He was doing the do. 25-year-old, graduate assistant or something. She was an old volleyball player, but he's had inappropriate relationships with. The problem is she's engaged, he's married, but not to each other. And that's a big problem. They fired him, they got rid of him, claiming morals and ethics, which is understandably so. They had to fire him. I mean, there's no way around it. You got allegations, over 300 text messages, all kind of phone calls, inappropriate behavior. Then he lied. He lied to cover it up. But Arkansas, you know what you get yourself into when you brought in the guy. Okay? He lied with the Falcons and cheated and got on. When he was at Louisville, he was taking secret trips to Auburn to take Tommy Tuberville's job. Now you want to fire him over morals and ethics? I mean, you knew he was a snake before he got in, brought him in, he bit you, now you want to fire him. So Arkansas will fall in the dweller of the SEC, along with Vanderbilt, Mississippi State, Ole Miss, and the rest of those clowns in the Southeastern Conference with new guys coming in. Okay? But Petrino, we get another job, he'll probably end up somewhere like San Jose State, Sam Houston State, so like what Mike Price did at UTEP when he got in trouble at Alabama for his little ring or whatever. He would be up. But if I was an NFL team with a floundering offense, I would probably give him a call next season. Say, hey, we understand that morals and ethics, it really don't matter in the NFL. You can go ask the Saints that. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. My bad. Didn't mean to go there. But by Petrino, you are an epic fail, my friend. Epic fail. But there's somebody who's a bigger fail than him. Ozzie Guillen of the Miami Marlins. Those who know me, I've been a White Sox fan. The Braves is my favorite team, but my American League team is the Chicago White Sox. I've been a fan since '92 when I first seen them on the Chicago channel with Hawk Harrison and Frank Thomas got the hit and he hit a home run. Hawk Harrison was like, you can put it on the board. Yes, I've been a fan ever since. But there was a shortstop there by the name of Ozzie Guillen. Ozzie Guillen, he was okay. He was all right. He was your average baseball player, Got on base, stole a couple of bases, played pretty good fielding. But, he also played with the Braves for 1 year. But he became the third base coach with the Florida Marlins 2003, where they won the World Series. Then he became the manager of the Chicago White Sox. And in 2005, lo and behold, they won the World Series. With that World Series title, entered reckless Ozzie Guillen. He said what was on his mind. He spoke his mind. He said a lot of outlandish and crazy things, and he got away with it. Why? Because he won the World Series. And Jerry Reinsdorf, the owner of the White Sox and the Bulls, but Jerry Reinsdorf, he loved Ozzie Guillen, and the general manager, Kenny Williams, couldn't stand him. They went at it back and forth, bickering, this, that, and the other. Why? Because Ozzie Guillen pretty much got away with anything he wanted with Chicago White Sox. He cussed out Maglio Ordonez. He cussed out former players. He cussed out current players. He cussed out the GM, which led to his demise, which Kenny Williams said, I've had enough. You can go do what you want to do. In Miami, same thing with Petrino. You know what you was getting yourself into when you brought him in. He said some things saying he salute Castro. You cannot do that when the Miami Marlins, with a brand new stadium in Miami, in Little Havana, where the stadium is at, with a lot of Cuban defects who lives there. And the Cubans down there are mad, okay? They are ticked off at Ozzie Guillen. He had a press conference where he spoke in Spanish, then he spoke in English saying he was sorry. But the thing about it is, it's too late. And the Marlins suspended him for 5 games. What's 5 games in a 162-game season? What is that? That's nothing. That's a slap on the wrist. Once again, Ozzie Guillen got away with it. Should he been fired? Probably so. I don't like really talking about politics like that, but I know Castro is a bad man. Very bad man. Okay? You can't talk about Castro around Miami and Cuba. You can't go to Afghanistan talking about Bin Laden was great. You can't go to Iraq talking about Saddam Hussein was great. Can't go to Germany talking about Hitler was great. You can't do that. Some things you just don't cross the line, and he crossed the line. Now, will they forgive him? Only if they probably win, which I doubt, because right now they're like 2-4, 2-5 with a pretty good team. So we shall see. But as again, Bobby Petrino is one more I got throwing over the epic field. Michael Jeffrey Jordan with the Charlotte Bobcats, who right now are 7-50. 7-50. You lost 50 games, won 7, and those 50 losses are not even competitive. And the thing about it, trying to tank to get Anthony Davis, you know the funny thing is going to happen? They probably won't even win the draft lottery. Okay? They probably go to somebody who really don't even need Anthony Davis. But just because Michael Jordan is an epic fail, is an arrogant, egotistical guy who thinks above himself, thinks everybody's beneath him, he has a bunch of yes men around, they will not prosper. That's all I got to say about that. But I am getting those retro 12s next week, though. Michael Jordan salute on the retros coming out. All right, what else we got here? The Atlanta HBO wants the Atlanta Falcons for Hard Knocks. Okay, thought it was gonna be the Jets, but it's the Falcons. But what I have to say about that? Cares. All right, next week we're gonna talk about the NBA playoffs. My man Chuck Ward, gotta give a shout out to him. He asked a question about LeBron James. I will address that in the Miami Heat and the rest of the NBA playoffs next week. Also, a breakdown of the NFL draft. Hopefully, you can come to the Sports Goons draft party at 10 Lizzie's on April 26th to watch the first round. You know, that's on a Thursday. Hope everybody can make it. In the meantime, I'm about to go watch part 2 of this, Clash of the Titans. I'm about to go watch Wrath of the Titans. I'm a sci-fi person. I know Clash of the Titans, the script sucked, but the graphics were pretty cool. You know, you like, release the Kraken. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to see what part 2 talking about. Till next week, I'm Mr. Out of Line. See you later.